And a pinch of salt.
Pizzico di sale, un goccio di olio.
A drop of oil. One.
Cubbi, quanto basta?
And water as much as you need.
Semolina Durham.
L'acqua,
So I probably put in about a quarter or a third of a cup with that. If you're taking a cup of flour.
d'estate
E
va
questa è
bene
la
l'acqua
porzione
normale.
calcolante.
D'estate va bene l'acqua normale.
E
D'inverno si può mettere anche un po' di acqua tiepida,
He says during the summer,
quando le temperature sono fredde.
just tap water room temperature is fine. But during the winter, if it's cold, we want to maybe use slightly warm water.
Nuota, benissimo.
And it's a hands-on job. Your hands are your best tool. E questa è la porzione per quante persone?
Ah, queste sarà un 400 grammi, 4-5 persone.
Okay, so he's saying that
Bisogna vedere
the
chi manca.
portion that he's doing, which was probably roughly, we'll say 2 cups of flour. That way it's really easy to do your 80-20 proportion. Your 1 count of oil and water again.
Se sono,
As much as, it depends on the humidity in the air, okay?
se sono signore che fanno la dieta, anche 10.
He says if people are on a diet, this could actually feed 10 people. But we'll pretend it's for 4 or 5 people.
Se per me quando ho fame,
This is when he's
mangio
hungry,
solo.
and he says when he's really hungry, he can eat this all by himself. Okay?
Un divoratore di pasta.
He piace la pasta.
Sì, sì,
He
sì.
says he loves pasta. Pasta is truly though, you know, I know a lot of people back in the States don't eat much pasta anymore because of gluten but you know what the big difference between Italian pastas and American pastas tend to be is that we use a lot more sauce. The Italians, because it's all, pasta is not unhealthy in and of itself unless you eat way too much. It's what you put on it that counts, right? And Italian fast food is a bowl of pasta with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil and Parmesan cheese, and that's your meal. With a little pepperoncino or garlic if you want to, but you don't even need it. And then you knead, and you knead, and you knead.
Pasta un po' elastica.
And you want to make a nice elastic pasta.
Per i vari formati, per fare il broccoli ci vorrebbe un po' più dura come pasta.
So one of the pastas that we're going to make is called troccoli. And he says you want the dough to be firmer with troccoli, which is why he added a little bit more of the semola.
Invece per le orecchiette è un pochettino più morbida.
Instead, the orecchiette, the little ears that we're going to make, you want it to be a little bit softer. But he's such an expert, he can do it all basically with the same dough.
Ho pescato i pesci oggi.
He asked if you went fishing today. Polipo.
Polipi.
Said we got octopus.
Is that our lunch?
You will find we're not going to have octopus for lunch, but if you go out for dinner tonight, you will find octopus on all menus, and octopus is wonderful, whether it's boiled and done with potato salad and olives, or it's grilled, which is always going to be boiled first anyway, and then thrown on the grill just at the last minute, because if you don't cook octopus enough, it's going to be really tough. And it's not like calamari where you could do it just for a couple of seconds because the tentacles are so much thicker, so you usually boil it for nearly an hour. My son, actually, my oldest son, a 17-year-old, just a couple weeks ago, he had grilled octopus at a restaurant, pizzeria that we went to not long ago, and he was so inspired by what he had, he said, "Mom, can I make it?" I was like, "Yeah." And he did a fabulous grilled octopus. Okay, andiamo, pasta. See, he says I'm a nice little chatter. My husband would agree. Polipo. Or polpo, you also see it said polpo, but polpo.
Polpo.
Exactly. Okay, so he's taken this pasta and just cut off a piece and he's rolling it from the inside out so it is nice and even, making this long piece of pasta. And he's gonna cut it into little pieces for the orecchiette, the little ears, okay? And they're putting a little flour on the outside, they're just rolling it in the excess there.
In base al formato si possono abbinare delle salse particolari.
It says with different forms you put different sauces on it, because some forms catch the sauce.
Poi ogni zona della Puglia c'ha un modello particolare.
And he says every part of Puglia, just this region, has a particularity to the pasta.
Nel Barese le fanno un po' più piccoline e le abbinano un ragù di bracioline di cavallo.
In an area called the Varese, they make a little bit smaller orecchiette, and they do a horse meat ragu. Is the tradition there.
Is there a significance to the cap up or the cap?
Okay, so no, it's the form of it. It gets rolled over your thumb, but it
Yes,
catches the soft.
No.
I don't understand.
When they set them down, they are always setting them down.
Quando fai le orecchiette, ti metti sempre con la testa su.
Sì.
Yes, you would always put a cap up so that they don't
Perché di
cave in on themselves.
solito si lasciano anche asciugare.
Because you're also going to leave them to dry a little bit. And they dry better that way because there's a little air that's going underneath them. And what he's doing as they're rolling them out is they just have these little lumps and they're rolling it across their thumb
Poi si rigira.
and then they invert it. So you roll it out and then invert it. And if anyone wants to try,
Yeah,
se qualcuno vuole provare, you can come up here and give it a go.
I'd love to try.
The beauty of pasta is that it gets thrown in boiling water, so it's always sterilized, right?
Lisa, what's the difference between the two flours, the Seminole and...
Okay, so the semola is hard wheat. It's called durum wheat, and it's a harder type of wheat. So it makes a harder pasta. And the 00 flour is more refined, and it's what we call soft wheat. It's different.
Is it just
type
the
of
way it's
grain.
ground?
But it's both, but it's the grinding and the varieties of wheat. And right now, just like in the States, we're getting a lot more interest in some of the ancient grains that were used, going back to our traditions rather than this overly refined stuff. So part of it is how fine it's ground, and part of it is the varietals, because there are so many different wheat varieties.
So does the Seminole hold up better as your...
Seminole makes a firmer
pasta?
dough.
Okay.
Exactly. And this type of pasta that just has a little bit of olive oil and water, as opposed to an egg pasta, you know, this comes from a tradition of poverty and using what they had on hand. This area had a lot of oil because they have lots of olives. Where I live, it's a lot of egg pasta because we had lots of eggs and we didn't have oil. It's not as easy as it looks. Nicola makes it really look easy.
Somewhere on the back of it.
But once you've done it, it's one of those things that once you've learned to do it, it just is really fast. And I mean, he can do it just da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da and make pasta for probably 10 people in about 20 minutes.
If it has a pretty good
There's a wheat press. My neighbors went somewhere in central Italy for pasta cooking class. And there's a wheat that has a lot more protein in it than normal wheat to make the pasta. Than seminola or whatever it's called.
Roll it and then invert it. And then roll it, invert it. It's harder than it looks, but once you get it.
bellino.
He's a little hat instead of a little hat.
Are not eating.
Ok, questo lo mangia la signora, ricordiamo.
Make sure he gets you. Okay, so the same. Okay, so now we're gonna do a pasta.